This is Jandiras, a town in the northwestern district of Aleppo, near Syria's border with Turkey. It is one of the worst hit areas by the earthquake, and one of the last places to be reached. 9 out of every 10 residents of Jandiras is now homeless, and the number of those confirmed dead is rising every hour. On Thursday, rescue volunteers were forced to bury more than 90 people in a mass grave, most of them unidentified. It is likely not to be the last time. Rescue efforts here have been desperate and slow. The White Helmets, the region's de facto civil defense organization, has been stretched and overwhelmed, without the manpower or machinery to reach thousands trapped under the rubble. They have urgently called for help, which has been slow to arrive, with only a single point of entry across to neighboring Turkey still in operation. The United Nations was only able to cross on Wednesday, more than 72 hours after the earthquake, and 2 times since, with dozens of trucks carrying medicine, cholera test kits, blankets, hygiene kits, and solar lamps. But even the UN admits it's nowhere near enough, and that vital rescue equipment, diggers, and cranes have not yet been provided. A handful of aid groups are attempting to enter into northwest Syria through Turkey, including the Red Cross and Red Crescent. The rest of the aid pledged to Syria has been organized through the Bashar al-Assad government, with agreements reached to allow Syrian government forces to facilitate its entry into opposition-held territories. But many of the Syrians living in these areas say they don't trust Assad to deliver the aid transparently, and are fearful of attempts by government forces to enter. Northwest Syria has been under an intensive shelling campaign by Syrian and Russian forces for years, leaving millions of those already displaced vulnerable and reliant on the slow drip of international aid. Of the 4.6 million people who live in this area, more than half were already internally displaced, and 70% food insecure. In the 7 days since the devastating earthquakes, at least 4,600 have died in Syria, but that number is expected to at least double before rescue efforts are completed.